Alright, let's try it now. Take two. There we go. Copy. Copy the link. Put this over to here. And we're live. And you astute live viewers among you, when you get here, may notice that we've started really early because I have a double header to record at 8. So, yeah. I cannot say who's in that double header. I can't say what teams they're in. I can say that it's part of the semifinal, but other than that, I can't tell you anything at all. So, don't ask. Today we're mostly going to focus on like seeding the route and stuff because I don't feel like doing terrain work today. Like the hard stuff. In fact, this was originally only going to be an hour. Now it's going to be at least 2, probably? It's going to be 2 hours. Okay, so we were putting together this train, which is the stuff for Mason's Landing in the morning. And we had gotten all the way down to here, which was the whatchamacallit, whatever that is, for something. And now I need to continue adding stuff, which the next thing in was the, excuse me, sorry, it was the scrap. It was the scrap, which has all changed. It's changed image. It was called scrap crane, because there was a crane on it, but now it's something else. So it's the gray scrap metal. So the scrap metal is coming from 2 places. One of them is in Mason's Landing, which is a producer industry here. Mason's Landing is no, sorry, that's not it. Mason's Landing is the breakers, and then there's another place here that produces it, the scrapyard, that runs in from downtown. And what I need to do is I need to actually grab that car from over here. This map is getting big. You know it's getting big when it's getting difficult for me to get across it easily. So this is the Mill Gondola, 52 foot. And I'm going to have to rearrange this train later. The thing is, the like organization of the train does kind of matter a lot for the AI. So once we do it, it's got to be done. Like, we've got to be done with it. We're going to have to build the rest of the session around it. Alright, what's next? We've got one more thing in. Mason Valley. Although I should be taking stuff to Mason's Landing as well. This is going to be a big train. So, although actually that stuff has got to go down at the end of the day because the switching is done in the evening for Mason's Landing. And that means that stuff is actually going to be piled up over there. We have to do this first. So, going from Olive to Mason Valley, we have, let's see, the gray scrap metal. We need a thing of iron pellets, which iron pellets come in what? Iron pellets come in, and you know what, I'm gonna have to share my whole screen. Oh, before we get too far away from it, the trading cards are almost on sale. Afternoon, comrade. The trading cards will be on sale in just a couple of days, so absolutely check out the link in the description. If you are a couple days late on this, and if you're here right now, you can check out the link in the description, and please hit the button to follow the project, because then you'll get notified as soon as it goes live. Okay, sorry, I was looking at this. Iron pellets go in this wood chip hopper, actually. Where is it? Oh, they're over here. I'm just gonna grab one from there. Give me this. take this with me. That's iron ore, that's iron pellets. There we go. Wow, what an incredible texture. Okay, next is more flat stock, 2 carloads of flat stock for the Harrison Milling Company. So that's these cars. Flat stock. Let's see. It's down here, right? Is this it? No, it's aluminum sheets. Round stock, flat stock. There needs to be at least 4 of them, that's why we're doing this. So, what's next? Logs. Although, there are no logs going through at this time, and those would probably go later in their own train. Oh look, it's everyone's favorite, the Monkey Bananas car. Although this would actually be brought in later, because it's switched during the night. So not that. Put on printing, paper drop off, paper roll. Yeah, that needs to come down. So paper roll is in what car? Paper roll is in the box. It's in the Copper Range boxcar. Boxcar. There we go. And how many? 2 of these or 3 of these? Industries. 3 of these. Paper roll. There we go. I don't know why I click so hard when I just want 3 carloads. This is not doing anything. Corn for Cowgill. Oh, that's Mason's Landing. Okay. So the Mason's Landing stuff is going to be on its own later, and in fact, I need these guys to go out of Mason's Landing. We'll set that up in a little bit. The other thing I need to do is set up the MTs that need to go to Mason's Landing for the producers, which that's not one of them. General goods outbox, that's 8 carloads, so I need 8 empty carloads of general goods. Which I'm just noticing, there are no general goods carloads inbound. Which is a huge mistake if we did not put in like a team track of some description for just general goods. And it looks like we didn't, so oops. I think that's what these were supposed to be. But no, we never put in just a team track or just a warehouse for the city. Which is kind of an oversight. Maybe. Can we squeeze that in here anywhere? I mean, there is just this warehouse, the Sanchez warehouse. I mean, or the Great Northern Railway Goods Company warehouse. But yeah, this should be it. Like, this should suck in some general goods just on its own. And in fact, I'm tempted to add in another track here just for unloading general goods for the town. Or add in a second multiple industry down here. That might do the trick as well. Because right now, these industries... Hello, Stellar. Hello, Sherry. I'm doing okay. My throat's a little sore, and I'm not sure why. So, this takes in the crate general goods, right? And it gets transferred. Where's the industry links? They're there. So this... Oh, they're both called general goods. I don't know which is which. You know what? The industry spreadsheet should tell me. So, if we look at Sanchez goods, this is standard gauge producing the general goods out. which are going out of industries, and taking in the general goods in, so it's consuming. Yeah, so it's consuming. Does this make sense? Yeah, yeah. Consuming Mason Valley. Um, oh, there's Sanchez goods. It was right underneath it. Yeah. So, like I said, that isn't taking in anything. It probably should be taking in something. Um, but the thing is, there isn't a way to like evenly divide the way that's going without fiddling with it a lot. Um, and this, if I look at this, it's going to be taking general goods in. Oh yeah, yeah, and that's how we can tell. It's taking general goods in, and oh, you know what? I can just have this one consume the general goods at a very slow rate, like consume half of them, because they'll get unloaded here, they'll move into here, and then they will get consumed. So, what do we think? Like 4 carloads of general goods for this town would be good enough? Also, these switches are very tight. These are yikes. I just realized how tight these were. That's what she said. Um, if I take a look at these, you know, if I, how come these the points aren't animating? Oh well. If I get these through here, I mean they're not like impossible, but they are very tight. They aren't Temeros switches, but they're not good either. Um, Actually, it's mostly just this one. This one is a little tight too. Anyway, um, so yeah, we should probably tweak that so that there is some consumption going on there. And this is for the whole town, and this is a significant town because everything's going to be distributed from here. Um, so we're talking. This is 8640. I didn't even remember where that came from. 8640. I remember there was some deliberation on it. Consumer Industries, Sanchez Goods, SG. Although it'll get moved over, it'll be reflected in the other thing. So if we want to do, again, let's say 4 carloads. Um, oh, my eyes. My eyes burn for some reason. Um, 65.65, that's it. Oh, right, these guys hold 40 apiece. So if I do 160, and if it's not an even number, it's going to break. Okay. Um, also, what is this manipulating? Oh. Okay, so I'm going to actually have to change this. And then minus 160. Because I wanted to consume that much. Yeah. Which means, what is our general goods? Oh, our general goods is now perfectly balanced as all things should be. Wow. Okay, I didn't expect that to work out like that. Alright, see you, Stellar. Keep cooking. Alright, well, either way, we've got 4 carloads of goods to take in. Which these are all coming from way out. And I just noticed we didn't have any boxcars. And there I should have more industries that just consume general goods. Because I mean, let's face it, that makes sense. A lot of industries are going to consume general goods. And I bet we'll have more of that going forward. Alright. Are we still on seed? Yes. Oops. Uncouple that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So these guys are going to have this kind of general goods. Transfer it to the other ones. And yeah, we're going to have to think about order here. Notice the boxcars are all in the front, so that's definitely going to be the case, because that's going to be coming directly from Gilson City. And we have to think about that. We have to think about where these guys are coming from. So these are coming from Gilson City. This is what is this again? This is paper roll. So this is actually coming from where did I say the paper mill is going to be? Up at Skyline. Paper mill out of Rumford, town south of Summit. Oh, you know what? I don't have the map open. Let me get the map. Where's map? Maps. Tolbrand. Tolbrand superimposed. Load up. Alright, so town south of Summit. So this guy right here. Or maybe it would just be at Summit. I know we were sort of toying around with both ideas. Pulpwood's taken over the Summit. Yeah, okay. So we are going to have that industry here. Probably. Or maybe even here. But in one of these locations. Which means that, yeah, this is coming off the VMR. And we need to take note of that. So, and we can't leave the cars on that track anyway, but. So the stuff coming from the steel mill in Zion is probably going to be coming along the coast. So, I mean, this is probably coming off the VMR as mining. That's probably coming from somewhere near Summit. Or it's coming from here and then to Skyline and then over. That's probably coming. Okay, so this is coming from a place. This is coming from that same place. These are both coming from Zion. This is coming from here. So this is probably going to be the very last car in the train. Or the very first, one of the two. No, it's probably going to be the last because that yard's going to be worked, like, soon. This goes in the front. This goes right behind it. Because both of these are coming from Wombeck, and they'll be here for a while. So, those two together. This is also coming from Zion. This is also coming from here. Which, just tie that onto the back of that. Actually, these should probably be the other way around. Because that lumber is going to be allocated kind of late. I would think. Coming off the VMR, coming off the VMR. And then these guys are coming from Wombeck, so they're also coming off the VMR. I don't know about the Gabbard Signal Company stuff there. Can you couple? Thank you. Okay, those are cars from the VMR. These are cars from the steel mill there. This is what? Oh, this is cable. It's probably coming from the same area. Or it's coming from... Well, see, the rubber for the insulation would be a product of Wombeck. So this should actually probably be with this stuff. There we go. No! Gosh darn it. Spin that around. Spin that around. And then recouple those two. Okay, so here's our train of stuff bound for Mason Valley, including one pickup. And honestly, this needs to be at the front, which means it's just going to sit for a long time. It's going to sit over here until after that train comes through. Or we'll do it like... These are going on last. This is going to be the first car created for the set. And then this, when it gets here, and then this. And the rest of this stuff is going to get built out as necessary. Which means all the Gons are together, which is not really what I wanted, but I'm not going for aesthetics here. Buy trading cards. In a couple days. Evening all earlier than expected. Yeah, started early because I have to record a double header. I have to record a double header after this. Oh, we need the empties. That's right. We need to do empties. So, we need another 4 boxcars, right? Because we are, what did I say? We're taking 8 boxcars out of Mason Valley. Did I say that? Yeah, they're coming out of the bleachery. 8 boxcars for the bleachery. So we just need 4 more, really. And these are probably going to be end of train cars. This is going to be too long for the siding, actually. Nothing off the coal transfer. Scrap and scrap metal, which, let me just check the loads on those. Scrap. Oh god, it's the DPR thing. It's the only gondola that has it. Yep. Somebody needs to reskin this. How much of the scrap? 2 carloads. And then the other scrap metal, the blue scrap metal, which is also the DPR Gons. Kind of what I figured. Alright, so 3 loads for 3 empties there. Just because of the way that works. Pudom printing, general goods out. So, do these guys have different... Hold on. Oh, whoops, I just went past it. General goods, in crate and out box. No, okay, they're for the same boxcar, these 40-foot boxcars. Which means we need even more empties going in. General goods, out box, Sanchez goods. Oh, sorry, this is 3 from the printing company. Again, different boxcars. And we'll make these all one cut. When I said exceed the length of the siding, I didn't actually mean this one. But we're doing a pretty good job of that as well. And then the gray scrap metal. Oh, that's Mason's Landing. What am I looking at? And that's it. It's just this. This is, or it's just this, quote unquote, just. It's this entire train load of stuff. Which, if I control right click, view details, that's a 2,000 ton train. 2,000 ton train, huh? Oh boy. Okay, we might want to break this up. We'll send the empties out later. We'll send the empties out with the logs because we know those are gonna have to go later. I'll just put these over here for now. Oh, and we can probably get rid of this cut of cars, at least some of them. But if I grab this, right, if I make this its own thing, so if I go get consist, this, loads OL to MV. I just want to see if this fits. Whoa, okay, that took a second to create that. Yeah, I mean, this is our main track, and it already blocks, like, you have to park in front of the station. It's not ideal. The other thing you can do is you can pull in here and then use the turntable to get around. Or you can put your train over here and then start disassembling it, which is probably going to be the way to go, because that's the only way this is going to fit. Oh, and of course, when I do that, it gets rid of what's actually in the train. Any road name you want to see butchered first? Honestly, off the top of my head, ZNS gone. That would probably be it. Sign and Skyline. Okay, yeah, this doesn't fit in that siding. Hey, Wyatt. You have? Oh, well, I mean, I started a little while ago, but you haven't missed much today. Have you missed much, like, in general? Oh, I don't even know if this went in the playlist. Oops. Oh, well. So, here's our train. I don't really know how we're going to deal with it. I know that it has to go over to Mason Valley and pick some stuff up, which is why my next act was to go to Mason Valley and set up the trains there. I haven't watched in like a month. It's okay. There won't be a test this time. So honestly, I want to put together the outbounds from Mason Valley, which producer industries on Mason Valley Mason Landing. We basically just have the beer, the scrap metal, and 2 carloads of general goods. So I'm gonna put these here, which loads general goods out. Because I'll just organize these tracks by, like, in and out, right? Although these are not we also need to put in the empties. So these are going to go towards Gilson City. These are going to go towards Mason Valley. Yeah, Mason Valley. And so Gilson City, Mason Valley. What else have we got? We've got 4 tracks to play with. I need 4 destinations. Oh, I need the beer. What card do we use for beer? Beer palette. I think these are the copper range boxcars? Yes. Okay. Excuse me. I think the 3 of these will go towards Gilson City. Although, if we wanted to make it really interesting, we would have one of them go towards Jefferson instead. What about our empties? What about our empties? Because that's everything. Empties, so consumer industries of Mason's Landing. Mason's Landing is here. So we have a carload of corn, which is, I know what that is. That's this. I don't know where it's going. Um, Corn would actually probably come from Bellington, so that's going in that direction. Um, what else? General goods crate. So one empty box car, but that can turn into a full. Um, Bayside Brewery, barley, square. That's another one of these, and hops, and two things of and a thing of quartz sand. So we have barley and hops, and then we have this, which is going to uh, going up to like up into Mason Valley. Although, where did I want to put the quartz sand quarry? Oops. Limestone quarry. I did not decide where the quartz sand was going to be mined, but hmm. That's a good question. Where is this quartz sand coming from? Quartz sand quarry. Apparently all over the freaking place. Crystal quartz sand. Silica sand. Hold on. Where does silica sand come from? From beach-like dunes. Hmm. I know we decided not to make that the one over here. I was thinking it would come off the VMR. Just bringing the quartz sand on interchange. That's a good point. That could come in from the north. And in fact, now we have two cars to go to Jefferson. How about? So two cars for Jefferson. So we have Jefferson, Mason's Landing, Gilson City, and Bellington, which these two are kind of going to be together because we'll have like a peddler freight that'll drop the other drop these off and keep going with these. Um, so what's next then? Quartz sand, lumber. So we have two carloads or two empty cars of lumber, which that's a bunch of stuff. Is the 50-foot PRR thing, right? Yeah. So, and these are going to Olive. So they're going in the same direction as this, but they're not actually together. Well, peddler freights be peddler freight. Peddler freights be peddling. Um, Actually, where are these going? These are going to Gilson City, so they're going in the same direction as this. Or sorry, they're going in the same direction as this, like I said. Oh my god, my nose is just so freaking itchy. I don't know why. Maybe I'm allergic to this computer. Okay. Industries, next. Coal. This is actually going back to Olive. So, this is going back to Olive, so we'll say it's going in... Going in this direction, right? No, sorry. No, it's going in this direction. And also, we have to have room to store the things here. The wow, it's escaping me. We have to have room to store the milk cars here, I think. Um, Although, what did I say? The milk is going to Jefferson or what? I can't recall. Um, Mason's Landing, goods shed, general goods. So we have an outbound carload of general goods. We have two of those, actually. So 2 more empties. Or 1 more empty, right? Because that's the balance. So we just have the 1 empty because we had one that was turning into a full, and another one that's turning into a full, and another one that's just an empty. And empty 2.4 meter pallets, which are in some sort of gone. Yeah, they're in the 52-foot rail gone. Okay, and so this is going back to Olive. Everything bound for Jefferson is going to Olive, and everything bound for... Actually, all this stuff is going to Olive, really, because it's going to get sorted there. You don't really have peddler freights that are going from here to the south, or to Railroad South. So all this stuff is probably going to go to Olive to get sorted. This is staying in Olive. Yeah, the deal is how to deal with empties and how can we most efficiently use the empties. These 2 are going to Gilson City. These 2 are going to Bellington. I feel like we should have 1 peddler freight that works this yard. But it just doesn't make a ton of sense. But it also doesn't make sense for this stuff to go in the wrong direction. I'm not sure what to do exactly, but we have all the empties at least. This is everything that this town produces. Including that, right? And this stuff all gets switched at night. So these are actually going to be put together into a train, and they'd head out in the morning, and they would head back down to back up to Olive, except for maybe these 3 cars, which would end up going to Bellington instead of going the wrong way first. The general goods, because the goods train's kind of important, they might go on their own. And the empty, I don't actually know what to do with the empty. The empty might stay here and go with this. Oops, my bad. The empty, yeah, the empty's going to go with this, which means we can take off 1 empty from the train we have set up over here. Oh, well, yeah. The empties weren't going right now. It's... Mew, to your point about bringing the stuff in on interchange, it's not really a question of, like, do I have somewhere to get it? Like, there are probably a dozen places on this route that I could decide to get quartz sand from. It's just which one do I pick? You know? That's my dilemma. It's which one do I pick? Alright, and since we've got the empties east, empties west in here, which again, alright, I need to think really quick because I need to assemble these. So, what is going to get switched out first? So, and how are these going to get switched out? This is probably going to be the first one. So we have 1 car tucked in there, which is just done straight away, and the other car, where is the other car coming from? It's coming from the Cannon Company? Yes. Okay. So that's brought in later. That's probably the first thing switched. This guy is obnoxious because the siding's facing the other direction. There's no runaround. Oh, sorry. There's a runaround right here. This stuff is all going to be together. So this, these, this. So these two are going to be back to back like they are, right? Yeah, these two are back to back. They're going up to Jefferson. And then this, which is also going back to Olive, so they'll be together. And then these two cars, they're going to be on their own. Because they're going the other direction. This has got to be switched out while this area is frustrating. And I'm going the wrong way. Oh, we forgot about this, didn't we? Or did we? Hold on. Mason's Landing. Oh, this is probably one of the empties. Consumer Industries. Harborside Team Track. Yeah, so that's that. That's going to get switched out separately. That's probably the singular empty. Or, wait, no. Yeah, that's the singular empty. This is a puzzle. This is a switching puzzle and a half. And I've got to like think about. I've got to have it all in my head in advance. So these two would get done. Which industry on which industry the quartz sand comes from? Yeah, no, it's fine. I understand the massive delay. I too had a delay with responding to that comment. This is palette, so this is going back to Olive as well. So we'll put that together with that. Yep. And this is also going back to Olive, because that's going up the line. This switching would be done early in the morning, and then would leave like at the crack of dawn, which means this car actually has to go onto this train. It has to go onto this train. This, where is it? This one right here. Which means... Oh, these aren't loaded. I didn't load the cars. Oops. That's a mistake. Okay, loads. General goods, right? This is for the... Yeah, okay, I know what this is for. That's for that. This is diesel. This is empty. These are empty. And then this last car is not here yet. Actually, that's an exercise that can be done while we wait for this to leave. Because currently, the way this is organized, yeah, it sticks the caboose on and then it goes, but it shouldn't be doing that. It should be going over here, grabbing this, and then... Well, what if we have that train come in, and then drop off that car right here, and then have the other guy pick it up later? Because I'm thinking now, we have some sort of locomotive, probably a diesel of some kind, probably a Jeep, in the morning, pulls out of here, grabs, assembles a train really quick out of this stuff. Or, well, this train would have already been assembled. Good evening, Pat. This train would have already been assembled. And it would have... Oh, it's just this. That's it. It's just these cars. And maybe these two cars. to start like a collection of outbound cars. But again, where are these coming from? So one of them is Stagnaro Cannon Company. That's you. The other one is not you. The other one is Frank's over here. So actually, these need to be at the back of the consist. And it'll be at the front of the consist after that. So I need something that's going to go in here and run this train. And it doesn't have to be anything powerful, but it doesn't strike me as being anything steam powered necessarily, because the smallest mainline locomotive for this railroad is probably, I mean, it's probably that consolidation that's going to be running that 2,000-ton train over here at a snail's pace, more than likely. So if we look at assets and timetables, if we look at the locomotives we can have here, and it does, they do like their Connies a lot. It's either another consolidation, which is possible, or probably, yeah, probably a Jeep 9 or Jeep 7, although they do not have many of those, or a, these Baldwins would not do it. It's either a Connie or one of these two. That's it. It's got to be one of those. Or, alternately, we put in something even bigger over here to run this dragger, like a 210-2, which already has to go in this spot, right? Because it won't turn on the turntable. It's even the consolidation, I think, is too long. Here are, yeah, so this H9, this is their consolidation. I mean, road switcher maybe, yeah, I mean, a Jeep 7 or a Jeep 9. I mean, just looking at the roster, they don't have too many choices. We have this garbage consolidation. Somebody please tell me if there's a better one. Oh, wait, sorry, we have this consolidation, which is the one that the other railroad is using. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put some things down because I'm going to lay some track just so I can keep track of everything. No pun intended. I'm just going to lay them down here as like a, this is what we can use. Because originally, I had one of these that would take the train out of... That would take the train out of Olive and go to Mason Valley. They would not be the ones switching, however, so we could get away with something bigger. We can get away with something substantially bigger, as a matter of fact, and I'm thinking now, a G&D 40. It's a thick boy. These are pretty thick. Holy crap. Oh, it's an oil-fired engine, too. Oil-fired is mostly for the southern half, so this would not be here. I'll put it down anyway, just as a reminder. I do have another Mikado. Like you. The Georgia. Yeah, and you're probably it. I mean, I could use this Georgia mic to run this train. Again, it's a 2,000-ton train. Or, yeah, I mean, it's a 2,000 and change ton train. You details. Yeah, 2080. That's pretty hefty. I don't think I would put a consolidation on that train. So, we can... If I can stuff a Mikado in here, which I'm pretty sure I can... Yeah, I can. I just can't turn it on the turntable. It's just got to be, it has to be in this stall. I was thinking either a Mikado or a 210-2. But considering it's going such a short distance, I don't see why it has to be a 210-2. That's actually the first like locomotive change that we've done. 282, yeah, they've got oodles of them. 210-2, they do have a couple of them. 210-0s and 210-2s, but I'm not even sure if we're going to see them. You know, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to place one down, especially with the 100, 200 of these to deal with. So I'm going to use a Connie to bring it back the other direction, and I just put that on the route layer like a moron. Hold on. I just realized that's supposed to be a wheel. I'd never really thought about it before, but I did not know what this icon was. For how long have I been playing Trainz? I've been playing Trainz for, oh my god, 14 years? 16 years? It's been a long time, and I did not know what this was for that entire time, and it's just occurred to me that's probably a wheel. Right? What else could it be? Or a valve? Which is technically a wheel, I guess. Alright, we're going to get an H9 in here. We also need a switcher for this yard and for the industries. So again, I'm sort of thinking, I had an 060 here, but I'm thinking like an NW2 or something, like another diesel. It's a JNR thing. That's not what I want. I definitely want Gilpin 2 Russell. Or a BL2, yeah. That's what I want. USRA Light and Mountain, well, we're using that all over the place. Did I put down one of those NWs in here? By the way, this route is going to be so much more playable now that we have these down, although these yards are chock full. These yards are stuffed now, because I'm just putting stuff down, I'm not deleting anything. Did I put down the diesel? Yeah, here you are. Give me you. We're going to use you as well. I'm still on seed, right? Nope. My god. Falling apart over here. When I get back, I'll do some scenery, because this is the last episode before I go away. Couldn't help but notice I can see some ground here. Let's fix that. It's Conrail. Because it's blue like the Gilson Eastern. By the way, Bender, if you do decide to do the reskin on that Gone, just don't worry about making it like fancy to match the railroad. Just make it whatever, you know. It's just gonna have a logo on the side of it. I'm gonna have to add some invisible signals in here so I can stack engines. But this guy probably would have just pulled in, and then this guy's ready to go. And he's probably facing the other way also. Well, let's see. He's got to come out. He's got to grab a caboose, which I don't have a caboose track here. I actually don't. I don't. I just straight up don't have one. Where the heck would I put a caboose track? I mean, I would probably just store a caboose on the end of, Thanks, Bender. No, don't worry about an ARN. I mean, that's seriously, that would be overkill. I I know they don't have them, and it doesn't make sense for you to try to put one on it. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is so there are two schools of thought here for me. Number one is the caboose is already on the train. Number two is the caboose is tied to the front of the locomotive. And I've never seen a prototype of stuff stored like that. But I've also, also usually yards have a caboose track, which this one doesn't. Suppose I could add one like here. It would be a stub long enough for like a caboose. But how much does it really matter? First of all, and second of all, what would be kind of neat? Caboose on the train seems very model railroad. Yeah, you know what? I can picture it being like, all right, let's take the caboose inside. Let's go get a passable Gilson Eastern caboose. Oh, my neck. One of these New Haven ones, or something similar. Undecorated. Oh, hey, there's an undecorated one. Bender, if you want to do something next, I could invent bits of prototype, but even like past what I've established so far, it doesn't make sense. If anyone's got a caboose recommendation, speak now or forever hold your peace. It's got to be in this sort of vein, though. So yeah, grabs the caboose, goes in there, like just backs into the shed. Actually, that would make more sense if it was, yeah, okay. Well, two things. One, it would have to be in here on its own, like in this bay on its own, so it can pull out that way. Two, good evening, Mopac. I have 6 DMs. Hang on. What is going on? Hold on. Let me just check. Let me just make sure it's nothing crazy. I am early because I'm recording a doubleheader in an hour. For all of you that joined the bracket, thank you. You're awesome. For all of you that didn't, don't worry. We'll be doing more. Oh, okay. Everyone's. It's just from the group of the people in the match. Yeah. So, I mean, how many locomotives do we really need here? Probably just the 2, right? We have one to do the switching and one to do the, moving this train out. Actually, yeah, that's what this engine right here, is going to go, and it's going to go down to, I'm actually going to delete a caboose from the caboose track here so I have room later. It's going to go down into here. And I think I have to mark that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? I have to mark that? No, I don't have to mark what's originally in there, I think, on the switch lists. Sidings, Royal Industrial Park, caboose track, capacity 8. Yeah, so it doesn't, I don't have to keep track of what's in there. I just have to keep track of the capacity and the moves. Did I start doing the Lionhead turn yet? Because I'm going to need to update that. Yeah, Lionhead turn, track 3. Oh, I didn't put any of the operations in. I just put in that it's going to be doing something. Got it. All right. This would actually be a fun one to program next. In fact, I can spend the next hour doing that. Sort of the rush to get this out of there before... Like, here's your timer. It's this guy. Dave. Engineer Dave over here. Or Brakeman Dave or whatever. He's coming. And when he pulls into that yard, that other train is going to pull out and you know, tie on and leave. Oh, I'm going in the wrong direction. So, what do I need to do? Well, that's gonna be annoying as hell. I really wish I could stop getting the spam texts about people wanting to buy the house. I know it's just a scam. Alright, we're gonna need track marks over here. I might even call this the caboose track. It doesn't make sense to, but... Or I can just have them stashed at the back. But then that doesn't make sense. Scams Rhode Island? What, are you trying to call us corrupt? You're right. I fiddled with some switches, didn't I? Where did I fiddle with those switches? And do I need to set them back? I'm not remembering. Okay, no, just the governors. Yeah. Actually, if this is facing this way, which is the correct direction, which would make life a lot easier, I could just have it pull out, water up, coal up, which, yeah. Sorry. Although, is this a little coal? This is a little coal tipple. I don't even know if it fits under the coal tipple. It doesn't. Not even close. Oh well. What else am I gonna do? It's cute. It doesn't fit. I've got to have it do the morning stuff. I mean, I've got to have it do the coal, the the ash pan, which I'm not sure if it can actually like operate. I mean, I'm no, it's just a thing. I could have it simulate that, but I could also have it coal up before they put the engine away. Either way, you pull out, you go and stick the caboose on the end of the train here. You pull the train out, you put it in the siding, then you run around and grab it and leave. That's it. That's actually fairly straightforward. We just need we need track marks for that. So let's start putting down some track marks. Route layer, and I'm going to need to reference my standards about 100 times during this. So this is our first track mark of this, and I'll put it in like that. I also want it to have a radius of 10 meters. I think I'm not going to put the logo on there because it looks super crusty, if that's okay. Yeah, I mean, you can just have it say NST, or not NST. You can just have it say, like, ZSRR, or whatever. It does look very crusty. It's an old logo. I made it a while ago, and it just doesn't have a lot of pixels. Okay, so, first track mark of this programming, which is... Standards, please. Track marks, railroad, time, location, description, number, direction. So this is GEML. GEML. Description, number, direction. So, yard 1. I mean, that's all you need. Okay, so, couple at yard 1. That's the first instruction. Oh, in order to use this yard lead... Well, no, you don't have to. Oh, I just realized something about this. Yeah, I actually do need to set this to static ownership. So that this will not just change automatically. Okay. So... you're gonna then pull this train out and then push it into... Oh, this also has dynamic ownership on. Hopefully it doesn't get clever. And then push it into one of these two tracks. Oh, sorry, right here. We're doing this so far with 2 track marks. I don't even know if that's, like, reasonable or not. Set the trigger radius on this to be right up here at the signal. And this is GEMV. Arrived departure north. Or is this... I broke out the arrival and departure tracks into 2 different things, so this would be departure north. Which I'm going to call 1, I guess. Even though there's no way I'm going to use that. Actually, what did we call the end of the departure track if we did that in Olive? Because Olive does not have a scrap gone. The car would be beat up and crusty. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. What did I call this? Oh, I just called it D. I called it Butler Yard North D. And then this would be Butler Yard South D. Oh, okay, okay. So we'll just call it Yard... Technically, this is track 6. So we have station 1, station 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is the through. So we'll call this Yard South, or sorry, this is North. Yard North 6. Technically, that means this is Yard South. And South 1, Yard North 6. Okay, so couple there. Go to over there. Uncouple. And then couple at track mark. Which I assume will have me go to the other end. I hope. Remains to be seen, but we'll figure that out. And then the next thing is going to just be to head into here, and you're going to go in what track? Oh, probably the arrival departure track, right? Although that's going to be in the way. You would be in the way. That's not great. So actually, I'm going to have it pull into here because nothing is using that track. And then do a little cheeky run around, which I'll push this signal back as far as I reasonably can. Pull this signal to over here. Where's the speed limit out? Oh, the speed limit out is the invisible signs over there. So yeah, I'm going to have you pull into here, and then you're going to start disassembling the train into here. And once again, we are running out of space for cars. So we'll have to figure that one out. Oh, why do we even have these? We don't need these anymore. Which means I can move a cut of something out of here. Probably, like, these. Probably these. And we can stick these 2 cars over here for now. And why are those guns over there? I'm questioning past me's decisions, which is never good. Never good when we get to that point. I will leave just 2 tracks for this, I guess. Okay. Let me just look at my consist again while we think about this. Cuz one of these cars, so this one is going up the line. This one's staying in Olive. These two are staying in Olive. This one and this one are going to Jefferson, and these two are going to Gilson City. So, yeah, we can just have to Jefferson to Gilson City, right? And these will be put away, and these... I want to actually know what to do with these. I might just have them stash them on a track for now. I don't know what track. That's the issue. Why do we have these here? Here, I'm going to put these over here. Oh, maybe I'll just have it stash them over there, but that they need to be with, like, their like kind, which we don't have a lot of right here, right now, which we should, but we don't. And those guys are technically past the foul point, so let's adjust these slightly. We don't have a caboose for this. And that's why I'm going to swap this around so that we use the same caboose for the other thing. And that's how these two are going to get linked together. I mean, I'm not going to worry about, like, crews or anything like that. I could have the caboose stored in the shed over there. What the hell? It smells like... It smells like a detergent bomb went off. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to have it pull in here. So we need a track mark here. Set trigger radius. This is going to be... it's like olive storage north. Or we'll call this like track E and F, right? This is C, D, E, F, and G. Right? Because what do we call A and B? I know we called something track A and track B. Because this is C, D. I'm not sure if we ever figured that out. It could just be labeled as storage is right. But this is not for storage. This is like a train disassembly point. But this is technically the actual arrival track. So I guess I'll just call it that. GEOL arrival. This would be track A. Yeah, actually, AB, CD. Yeah, okay. Butler Yard. This is Butler Yard North A. I think I prefer the Brian Reagan version of caboose. In plural. Caboose. Caboosin. Cabooses. I just don't like to say cabooses. Okay. Yeah, A, B, C, D, E makes sense to me. So yeah, Butler Yard North A. Much caboosin'. Much caboosin'. Okay. You're gonna be a couple at. So spin you around the other way. Not that it actually matters. Um, this is going to be OL, or sorry, GEOL, Butler Yard South A. You get enough track marks overlapping? I think those whistle posts are actually supposed to make them whistle, and I don't think they work. I need to delete this. Goodbye. One of these days I'll go back and redo those as TRCs. So this is... Sorry. GEOL Butler Yard North. I think this is track 6. Because it goes 2, 4, 6, 8. Right? Let me check the switch stands, because I did name them all. Oh no, it goes 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a ton of sense. Why the heck did I do that? This one, GEOL Butler Yard North 6. GEOL Butler Yard North 2. Oh, sorry, that one's 8. 8. And let's shorten these up. 1, 2, 3. Spin that around, that around. There we go. We also need to put in a track mark here for coupling. Which is going to be interesting. GEOL. What is this place called? Oh, Olive Coal Company. How descriptive. Or how inventive. Okay. Is this straightened? This does not look straightened. It was. Never mind. Okay. GEOL Olive Coal Company 2? I guess I'm calling this 2? Because if I do... If I check this... No, that's 1. Okay, 2 is the one that's further in. Actually, I don't need it to be numbered. Because it's just going to be an unload command and then a couple command. So, scratch that. So, what happens after that? Well, it sorts it out into here, these 3 tracks. It puts that one in there. And then takes its ball and goes home, right? Actually, I think what I would have it do is put that caboose on the back of this consist. And then that guy would come out and run the train. Sort of makes sense. Because that way that caboose goes back to where it came from, because I've only got 1 caboose over there. Well, it wouldn't go back to where it came from. It would go to Mason Valley, which is not actually good. You know, as long as this guy gets on the front end of this train after the caboose goes on the end of this train, which I can have the thing take care of. the colony take care of. Then it doesn't matter, and the consolidation can, well, it would still have to put the caboose somewhere, and then I would want it to duck into here, until it's ready to take the train of empties out. That probably will work. Well, we need to do the other part of it first. We need to, one step at a time, right? I can't be thinking too many steps ahead, or, well, I should be thinking many steps ahead, but I cannot be. I'm physically incapable thereof. All right, edit session. Real quick, what I need to do is I need to put a track mark right here, which is going to be GE ML, right? Let me just make sure all these say ML. That one does. That's the one I was worried about. GE ML engine house north 2. And now we will slim this down to actually a radius of 5. I'll put it right there. Because when you pull in, then I'm going to have you wait in the morning. Yeah, and then go do your thing. The issue is, yeah, we can really only have one track for one engine. So I'm going to have this guy pulling from the back, which doesn't really... I'm not even sure if that's possible. Because it'll have to turn around. Well, that's a problem for later. It doesn't really matter exactly where this guy starts, as long as he starts in the engine house. Let's do... We need to add another schedule at track mark. Schedule at track mark. Actually, there could be a schedule at track mark at the station to direct the engines to go back. But I don't know if that's always going to be the same every time. That's something we'll have to figure out. So edit, schedule at track mark, Mason's... you know what? Let's just do the valley line as a whole. Those are real track mark, Shoto Valley. Select track mark. GEML, engine house north. It's right there, right in front of us. I can make it so that it doesn't fire in both directions, I guess. Rule will be applied all along the session. Select track mark, select trigger. New schedule will be appended to current driver commands. Add a new track set. Oh, okay, that's what that does. I haven't used these I haven't made a new one in a minute, so I kind of forgot. Okay, so, let's just do let's wait until like 5:05. And we'll start with a wait for 5 seconds, just to let everything settle. Wait until 5:05, and then couple at track mark. I really wish these lists were longer. GEOL. We might have to get clever when we get down to it, but I know we can fit many more than this, but it's gonna become a problem. Sorry, it's GEMV. Or GEML. Couple of track mark, GEML, yard south 1. And then wait for 5 seconds for everything to cool down. Or drive to track mark, GEML, Where is it? I wrote it wrong. I knew there was one of them I messed up. Alright, hold on. I got so distracted with the name of the numbering of the tracks. It'd be kind of neat to make track diagrams, honestly, of these yards. Particularly this one. I mean, I have a certain fascination with this yard in particular. I like it a lot. Edit session, driver setup. It's the least just disastrous looking of the yards I've made so far. Shoto Valley. Wait 5 seconds, and then drive to track mark. Yard north 6. Wait for 5 seconds. Uncouples from. Considering the engine is probably going to be considered the front, I need to uncouple from 1. Then I need to couple at track mark. Yard north 6. Wait for 5 seconds. And then I need to leave. So I need to IT set path, Mason's Landing, yard northbound to track 3. And then I need to drive via track mark, Slop Ridge. So the Swamp, Slop Ridge 3. And I don't think I have any good presetting things for trains that are coming in this direction. Because I need to have a I need to have a thing right here. I'll actually put it back here. I'll just put it right here, so that we spare ourselves on track marks used. And that's what I really need to be doing. I need to stop just like laying out track marks until I need them. GESW, because swamp. And then this is Treadway 3. And when you hit Treadway... Oh! I'm doing this all in here, and maybe I shouldn't be. That's part of what got me in trouble last time. There was more to it than that. And I'm realizing something. With the way these are set up, I can no longer bunk engines. I can no longer put engines in the same spots as other engines, because this guy will have a track mark there to set his schedule. And if I go ahead and just pull an engine in there, well, it's not gonna work. It's gonna set that schedule, which is something I don't want it to do. Unless I have the other one completely overwrite the schedule. But either way, I'm going too far with this. I need to put this in a schedule library instead of doing what I'm doing right now. That session. This actually needs to go in a schedule library. Based on time of day. I don't... Ooh, you know, I think so, with some really interesting rules bending. But it's another level that I don't really want to touch right now. This, I think, is a really bootleg way to get around that problem, but it's going to work. go. There, that's fixed. New schedule will replace current driver command. Is it worth it? Schedule library. Olive freight trains, landed, turn, intermodal switcher. Add schedule. Entry 12, move to group, olive freight trains. And this is going to start with, wait for 5 seconds, just like everything else. You scroll up. And then we're going to do the couple at track mark. Yard north 6, or sorry. Couple at track mark. Yard south 1. Wait for 5 seconds. Drive to track mark. Yard north 6. Wait for 5 seconds. Uncouples from number 2. Where is it? Uncouples from number 1, sorry. And then couple at track mark. Yard north 6. Interlocking tower set path, Mason's Landing to track 3. Drive via track mark, Slop Ridge. Actually, I can say drive via track mark, SW Treadway 3, and then I can say IT set path. Hi, Matt. IT set path, which is up here. Olive South interlocking. Yes. All South interlocking. Track 3 northbound to Butler Yard. And then drive to track mark. GE OL. That's OB. OL. Butler Yard North A. And I kind of am wondering if it can do that and that alone, but, you know, we're only going to get one shot at this, and it's going to take it 15 minutes to get all the way through. So, I might as well just do what I can over the next few minutes, or maybe I should just let it go and we'll see what happens. That'll give us enough room to figure out if there's a problem. Because I'm going to have to hop off in maybe 30 minutes, and I don't know how long it's going to take to get around to figure this out. Oh, hi, Lafayette. Lafayette's laying in the cat bed underneath the side table, and I did not know where he was until I heard him jingle. Oh, it's Be Real time. It's time to be real. Once this figures itself out. Okay, that takes forever. I don't understand why it takes so long to take a photo. Alright, we're going. Alright. People are finally filing. We've got 10 people, and they're only going to be here for another 30 minutes, and they're just going to watch a train go. I wish I had food. If I had food, this would be perfect timing. Unfortunately, Gloria is working this evening, which contributes to my weird evening. But I'm just glad I was able to do another, couple hours of work on here. And it's some AI stuff that's really been bugging me. I started off going, well, I don't know what work that I can really do, what AI work I can really have happen. We only have a couple of trains, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm realizing, like, no, there are so many trains we can program already. Oh, right, and this guy's gonna wait 5 minutes. I don't even want you to do that. You gotta wait 5 minutes because this guy... Okay, when does that train come? How long do I have? I have like 8 minutes. Yeah, go now. If I look at the passenger timetable for Mason's Landing, we have a train that comes through at 5:07, and I don't want to be in its way. We all have to share the same yard lead. Or I'll have this wait until after he leaves, which would be at like 5:10. I mean, this guy does seem to know what he's doing. Already slowing down. Looks like the sky when you get up in the morning. Well, yeah, right? 5:01 a.m. This is really a test of how long it takes him to get out of here. We need to also catalog this, so maybe I'll be writing this down as we go. Switch lists. We don't have a number for this train. This is ideas, standards, train numbering for the GRR. Numbers dependent and incremented for each train in a day. So this is the first train of the day that's doing this. Maybe it's the second, actually, after the goods train, which kind of runs an overnight. Oh no, you're not, oh no. He's gonna try to back onto the main line in order to do this. Because there's a red signal there. I thought these switches were set up so that you could go that way instead of this way. This is gonna be problematic. I'm gonna have to have him use this. Like, I'm gonna have to instruct him to use that. We might not have time to do this now. Okay, hold on. We're moving. Let's move quick. Edit session. This is why we did this. What? Find this little tidbit. I'll have to look at that later. Yeah, no, please don't. I would not like this guy to just casually back out onto the main line. Oh, that's because that's automatically set like that and set like that. Okay, so I need a thing over here. Oh, whoops. And that's on the wrong layer. I need to go into the route layer. I need to put this down. I already named something limited shunt, didn't I? Was it over here? Was it over here? Limited shunt 1. This is going to be limited shunt 2, I guess. Set trigger radius 10. You guys feel under pressure? Do you feel the music amping up? The Trainz music, which I don't think I have turned on, if there is any at all. Okay, so this is GE Mason's Landing, limit of shunt 2. And now I have to instruct it to use that. Oh, and I just realized I didn't even get out. And this is going to be, it's going to say, copy commands from append from library. Append from library. Oh, I think it's just called entry 12 right now. Because I don't have a name for this train. Okay, hold on. Schedule library. Olive freight trains. It's just called entry 12. And this is going to be Mason Valley, Olive, MVOL 1. MVOL 1. Okay. Wrong thing. Shoto Valley. Copy commands from Ben, from library, MVOL1, right? Yes, thank you. Doesn't just smell like Kenosha. Schedule library, all of freight trains down here, and we're gonna say drive to track mark, ML limit of shunt 2, and then couple. And I think that should be fine. At least I'm not ending this in a location where it'll be in the way of something else. Okay. Go. Go, go, go. We have 20 minutes. Because I want to let the dog out and maybe grab a little bite to eat before I go and record a doubleheader. Okay. I'm looking forward to people really learning the game. Hi, Kevin. Really learning doubleheaders. Like I've said before, it is definitely the game type that depends the most on its players, and you knowing the rules will make or break you, because of just the way it is. Oh, and I should have got rid of that wait state. Well, I don't know what I want to do anyway. So this guy's going to leave that way. And once again, I don't have a way to catalog the length of these. Which teams tonight? Can't tell you. I'm glad you like them. Yeah, I know it is hard sometimes. Like I said, it's the kind of thing, you got to be on the ball. And that, I think, is the biggest issue. Okay, okay, hold on. These are all the consumer industries. And these probably got adjusted because I moved something. This is Lionhead Turn stuff. Locks Quarry, Benny's Oil. Okay, yeah, so these got to move down. Oh my god, I hate it when it does that. Trainz B5. Oh god. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do some of that adjusting every once in a while. And by that I mean very often. Which is going to be a little bit annoying. Oh my god, another one. Okay, so... Trainz. Rare, GER, symbol. What is this called? This is MVOL. Oh, sorry, this is actually ML. Mason's Landing, Olive. 1. Origin, Mason's Landing. Destination, Olive. Power. Oh, I didn't even like number this locomotive. GRR something. Description. Morning loads empties from Mason's ending. Well, the first maneuver is going well on the second attempt. Alright, you know what? I'm going to leave you guys to watch this. I'm going to call my mother because she keeps texting me. Webcam turned off, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, let me address like 3 things. 1, my mother didn't pick up the phone. 2, god damn it. I didn't think about, like, it's gonna be a problem when it tries to back up with the whole train. 3, now we're gonna run out of time. 4, I do remember Oktoberfest. I don't think I ever got the chance to attend. 5, let's go fix this for real this time. We won't be able to execute this, but I'll have to come back to it later. This is totally wrong now. Alright, let's make some changes. Route layer once again, just to make sure in case we get distracted with something. Schedule library, all of freight trains. Oh, sorry, one more thing to fix first. Or 2 more things. 1, this, which I have to set to wait until 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. So that it gets out of there as soon as it can. Do you want to see me if I can add you to the invite list for next year? I'll be heading it tomorrow over the weekend. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I would very much appreciate that. I definitely can't promise that I'll be able to attend, but I would love to. All right, MEOL, before this, yeah, okay. Drive to track mark. Limit of shunt 2. GML limit of shunt 2. And hopefully it will just figure this part out on its own, which never, ever, ever trust Trainz to do if you guys haven't learned anything over the past 5 minutes, but... okay, random number generator. Come here. You are one of the classes of consolidation, which, if I look on the assets and timetables, look at locomotives and cars, it's between 200 and 299. This is the larger class of consolidations, so we're going to go with it's between 250 and 299 if I do a random number generation. random number generator between 250 and 299. This is actually 291. Okay, so I'm going to put in GERR 291. Juniata Shops H10. It says H10 and this says H9. That's settings. Oh, not settings. I need to go into my assets and timetables now, and I need to go into locomotive roster. And for the GERR, we scroll down to 291, and this needs to be in Mason Valley. Okay, that's where it is. Exit surveyor. I don't know how it got a driver also. Go. H9 3/4. Alright, load, damn you. I am gonna squander my chance to get like a snack and a drink because I want to see my AI do the thing. Oh, now she calls me back. Alright, watch the train. I'll be back. Alright, astute observers might have noticed that I paused it. Why? Because this is a massive moment of truth if I have to add in, like, a couple more track marks, or if it's just gonna, well, uncouple at the right point, number one. And two, actually go and, yes! 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 He's gonna go run around the train with just one command. That's awesome. That is way more than I expect out of the Trainz AI, and it's doing it. It's freaking doing it. Unfortunately, the timing is a little bit mediocre, because this guy's pulling in right now. That's okay. He'll be out of the way by the time this guy's. Actually, this dance might be well executed. He just needs to throw some switches, hitting switches for the bitches. I should, like, reorder these so that you can just stick the tender under this instead of the whole engine. That might be a way to do it. We have 3 active AI trains in the yard here at the same time. There's this guy doing the switching, this guy's pulling in, and this guy's getting ready to go. Thankfully, he did not pull out into the way of the other train, which is what I was kind of worried about. Oh, and it's only stuttering a lot. Uh-oh. Okay, he's going around this way. I was like, oh no, he's just gonna go and couple right to the back of it. That would have been annoying. That would have been real goddammit moment. I don't hear a whistle, go ahead and pull out of the main. Yeah, exactly. No, pro tip, don't. Brakeman David, engineer. Who is this guy, by the way? I don't know what, we've got too many engineers in here for me to try to find them. I could, oh my god. Dear God. It's precision scheduled. What if I had to pick up this car on the way out? I mean, it would be doable. Probably wouldn't be a good idea, but... That guy's leaving. Oh, that's the one train I haven't switched over to the silver, to the bud cars yet. To the nice cars. Oh, I'm gonna have to give it I'm gonna have to give it a thing out here. Gosh darn it. I will 100% have to give them another... Oh, maybe not. He is gonna pull out on the main. Or no, he's not gonna be able... I need to go. I need to end this and go. I'm willing to bet there's at least one of the contestants that's supposed to be playing tonight that's just listening to me rambling going, so are we going to start on time? How far past the switch do you have to pull? Can you pull up to that red and just call it good? If you can, that'll be cool. It'll save like a minute. That's what PSR is all about, baby. Yes! Yes! This isn't good, but I'm glad we're doing it. Like, this is not robust. This is not how I should be doing this. But you know what? We put in, like, the bootleg version first, and then after that, we go in and do the better version of the commands. This guy's leaving, which is good. He's right on time. Ish. This guy's getting ready to leave. And you are also getting ready to leave. Well, you have to just couple and then you can leave. It's how the employees do it when the yardmaster isn't there, yeah. When the FRA guy isn't there. More like. But honestly, I know everything past this point is going to work just fine. So, I just need to remember that I need to fix that, which I'm sure I will notice on subsequent tests. And yeah, this guy's pulling out just fine. Meanwhile, this guy's gonna leave. Right. Right? You gonna throw that switch? Oh, you gotta throw this switch first. Why doesn't AI training have control of that junction lever? This one still? That's weird. I might have to use a release junction command on that. This is such a cute little... This is short trains you can model. I hear switches going, and I'm so concerned this train is just going to get, like, derailed. Okay, showed it 5 minutes before mine started and couldn't figure out how to get a picture, figure out how to copy paste. Oh, yeah. Well, nobody's perfect. Doesn't always go well. But hey, even if you lost, we will definitely be doing another bracket and stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to the match tonight. So, with that in mind, this guy's out on the main. He's going to be going up to 60 miles an hour as fast as his little wheels can carry him as soon as he passes the signal bridge. And that's that. Either way, nice dock, yeah. Alright. I'm going to not save. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it was an early one, but I'll see you guys in 2 weeks' time because I will be doing I will be going away. Weird shadows at the window. Anyway, this is the Admiral.